Good evening. Is the second corona wave a planned biological war against India? Do you believe that the second wave of the current widespread pandemic in India is due to the spread of the virus in general? Till a fortnight ago, we used to believe that this is a second wave, but now a lot of doubt has started creeping in our minds. Look at the state of the entire Indian subcontinent. Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan. There was no other wave in these countries or in any other countries of Asia. Today there are similar conditions as they were in India 2.5 months ago. Then how did this bomb explode in India itself? Are the citizens of all those countries very much disciplined than Indians? Do they wear masks around the clock to avoid epidemics? No. Do their geographical location differ from India? No. Do they wear epitomes of cleanliness and hygiene? No. Do they started to change and completely transform their lifestyle which helped to battle the virus? No. But the second wave could not even touch these countries and is breaking in India. Why? The second wave of the coronavirus pandemic is seriously affecting the economy, and whatever green shoots were appearing seem to have subsided. The lockdown and its debilitating implications seem to have seriously affected India's foreign policy and international relations strategies too. Going by the subdued Raisina dialogue even, it is evident that a much greater opportunity to deliberate on the pressing global issues and India's role in the global rulemaking process has remained unfinished. ICMR has said at the time of the first wave that crores of people got this disease in India and they did not even know. And when crores of people suffered it, they became disease resistant. If so, then the second wave, how did it become dangerous and why did it happen only in India? Look at the global condition after this pandemic. From medicine, vaccine to economy management, India amazed the whole world. And now understand the real concern of China. Today, China is talking of helping India. Last year it was infiltrating in the pandemic period. After kicking out, their situation is so improved that it started to help us. Pakistan as long-time foe and a lame talking of help to India. One very important reason is that Modi is not bowing down like Trump. The world's pharma lobby, oil lobby, and arms lobby created this pandemic, and Black Lives Matters and George Floyd beat Trump by causing a terrible uproar in the media of the issues. Because Trump stood against these lobbies, today the same people are following Modi. Do you know why? Because the business of pharma companies is at least $4 to $6 trillion annually. Vaccine business of at least $1.25 trillion was reduced to zero. The PPE kit of $500 billion and the business of masks was almost reduced. In the field of medical, India, who was suffering loss due to self-sufficiency, how did the country that always was extending for help has become a vaccine-sharing country? Undigestible, isn't it? Germany knows this pain on how India beat them in the field of drugs. Please think again. Going forward, 75,000 to 1 lakh charging stations are being built for electric vehicles in India in the next 2 to 3 years, which will reduce oil consumption by 30%. This is a slap to the face of global oil lobby. Not only this, India has started export of LCA fighter planes and BrahMos missile, which is proving to be a massive setback for the global arms lobby. Modi is a big thorn in the way of all these lobbies, and they firmly believe that this thorn can be removed only by public anger. Another aspect, most people are now shown to be angry at Modi's rallies and campaigning in Assam and West Bengal elections, but they have no understanding of geopolitics. 15 crore Bangladeshis and Rohingyas in Assam and West Bengal, many lakh intruders have been made guests. Now looking into this sensitivity, Assam and Bengal are perhaps more important to India than it is to Kashmir. Search chicken neck on Google, you will find it. Believe it or not, the second wave of Chinese disease in India has been projected for Modi to fail on every front and to make it civil war in the country. It's a dangerous game to the Maoists of China and its sleeper cells hiding in India. Showing 24/7 dead bodies and oxygen deficiency pandemic news, the opposition parties and their governments are ignorantly, wantingly co-conspiring with anti-Modi global lobbies. Why is the same mother shown dying as a mother of hundreds? Why only there is crowd in the crematorium? Some 70 tweets alike suffice why that our mother died without oxygen. Toolkit gang again active at those gestures. Suddenly, the farmer also returned to the border of Delhi. As soon as the recovery scandal surfaced in Maharashtra, Modi started winning Bengal. then how did the pandemic appear again? This is a conspiracy, believe it or not. This could not be a huge war. Look at situations and think why all of a sudden this happened only in India. It can be a formidable biological weapon. The UN Secretary General had called for a general and immediate cessation of hostilities in all situations last year, keeping in view the seriousness of the pandemic and the need to save human lives. Sadly, the August body took no notice of the Galvan crisis, nor did the UN take any steps to enforce strict compliance of the Biological Weapons Convention. Exactly 49 years ago, on 10th April 1972, the Biological Weapons Convention (BWC) was opened for signature, which came into effect on 26 March 1975. Ironically, even though there is a view prevalent among a section of scientific community that the COVID-19 virus could be a product of a laboratory in Wuhan, no progress has been done in either establishing the fact or dismissing it with proof. The World Health Organization's report following an investigation has been vague and ambiguous, to say the least, in locating the origin of the virus, which is no less than a biological warfare. After a short interval, this fight is going to be a long way. If the next generation is not to made slave, then in that case, you understand very well what you have to do. Thank you.